My name's Tay. I'm a queer goldsmith, metalsmith artist. I think it's just kind of been like a slow evolution. I think so. Right before my husband left me, I came out as queer. I did shrooms for the first time and just had this experience where I like stared in the mirror for like hours and I was like, oh, I'm just a little creature. Like I'm not this or that. I'm just a little thing, a little rascal. I don't fuck with like labels. Like I identify myself that way because these are like the people that I most closely identify with. I don't know, I think in an ideal world, like gender just wouldn't be a thing and just let me float around and do whatever I want, you know? I usually start with like a kind of like a rough idea of like what I want, and then you get like a block of wax. Just, I don't know, start going at it. Like you cut at it with saws and like file until you get kind of like the shape you want. That I take to my caster. The wax goes into like this mold thing, and then the wax gets like melted out, and then he like shoots metal into it. I get the raw version of this, and then I work on it some more. And then once I like it, then I get it molded and cast again. And so I can make like a bunch of them. Lighthearted about your art is like really rare. That's like a thing that I try to retain, I think, because I think people get like too up their own asses and like take themselves too seriously, and then I don't know. Then you start getting into like that like pretentious artist stereotype, and I like hate that shit. And I would rather just like think everything I do is dumb and like, I don't know. Like, I feel like I just very recently started being comfortable like calling myself an artist, and like, I don't know, it just feels like the audacity to to do that, but whatever. Starting to work. You have to like think about the temperature of all the different pieces of silver. So you need to melt like the little piece of silver, but not melt that other slightly bigger piece of silver, and not melt the biggest piece of silver. But I think it might work, hopefully. What I'm doing now is just kind of like sanding it with like different grits of sandpaper. And then I'll polish it and put it together, and hopefully it works because it's the first one. So basically I want to like try and melt the two, like ball up the silver on both sides to like keep it in there, and use the torch, and I don't know, hopefully it'll be fine. This spinner ring, it's a yin-yang sign on one side and the anarchy symbol on the other. I've been wanting to make it for months, and I'm super stoked about it. Selling art feels weird. Like, my favorite things are when I can like trade with an artist that I like respect, you know, and it's just like it feels like so mutual, and it's just like, this is how these things should be exchanged. Like, I put all of this energy into this, you put all of your energy into this, and then we trade. It's about capitalism and how it's gonna kill everybody, and yeah. I'm bad at marketing, I'm bad at business, I just want to like make things all day in my little closet studio. I don't know. Instagram's fine, but it's just like posting on it sometimes is just like so taxing because you already make the piece, but then you have to have a whole fucking like photo shoot for the piece and a whole like thing, and then you're making all this content and then it just gets like lost to the algorithm anyway. I don't know. I do it because we live in capitalism and because this is like the only way to exist is to monetize things that you like, unless you're fine doing things that you don't like, but I'm not fine doing things that I don't like. I worked a job one day last week for 1 hour and it was so bad. How ironic. Queer artist that makes all of their art